We've all seen it, right? That highlight reel of success, the trophy held high, the blockbuster product launch, the book at the top of the charts. We all kind of dream about what that must feel like to achieve something truly great. But have you ever really truly stopped to think about what it costs to get there? Well, today we're going to unpack that, the brutal, honest price of that dream. So let's just get one thing straight, right out of the gate. This is the core idea from the source material. Greatness is never, ever a gift. All the accolades, the achievements, the glory you see from the outside, it's all been bought and paid for, in full. Okay, so if it's not free, what's the currency? I mean, what's the actual price tag on achieving something extraordinary? That's what we're here to figure out. Let's break down all those hidden costs. First things first, to really understand the price, we have to understand the dream. We have to look at this powerful, almost romantic image of success that we're all sold pretty much every single day. And this is the myth, isn't it? It's the public admiration, the financial freedom, leaving behind a legacy that lasts forever. It's that perfect photo from the top of the mountain that makes it all look so easy, so effortless, like it was just destiny, not a grueling, painful climb. Yeah, if you had to sum it up in one word, it's glory. That's the myth, that's the destination we all want to get to. But what we conveniently ignore is the absolutely brutal journey it takes to get there. All right, now let's pull back the curtain. Let's move from the dream to the cold, hard reality. Because behind all that glory, there's a price tag, a non-negotiable one. And believe me, it costs way more than most people are ever willing to admit. So let's define what we're talking about here. The price of greatness. It's not about money, not at all. It's the grand total of every single sacrifice you are forced to make, in your relationships, in your personal life, and even inside your own head, just to be able to operate at the absolute highest level. The source material puts it pretty bluntly. You pay with your life. Now, hold on, this doesn't mean you literally die. It means you pay with the only real currency you have, the stuff you can't get back. Your time, your focus, your energy, and yeah, your relationships. And this price isn't just one single payment. Nope. It gets broken down into three major areas of your life. The biggest chunk you'll see is social sacrifice. That's followed really closely by some deep personal sacrifices. And finally, there's a fundamental cost to your very identity. So let's dig into each one. First up, the social cost. And here's the thing you have to understand. This isn't accidental. It's a conscious, calculated decision to neglect your relationships because your main ambition demands everything you have. Every single time you say yes to your goal, you're saying no to something, or more often, someone else. And this is basically the itemized receipt. It's all the weddings you miss, the birthday parties you skip, the texts and calls that just go unanswered until they stop coming. Friendships just kind of fade away. Family relationships get strained. And the result, as the source points out, is often this really profound, deep loneliness. All right, let's move on to the next part of the bill, the personal cost. This is what you sacrifice of yourself, your health, your hobbies, the things that used to bring you joy, your general sense of well-being. All of it gets put on the altar for your work. And look, this doesn't happen all at once. It's more like a gradual erosion. First, you give up your hobbies. No time for that. Then, things like sleep and eating right, they become luxuries you can't afford. Pretty soon, feeling burnt out just feels normal. And then, one day, you might look in the mirror and have no idea who's staring back, because that goal has consumed your entire identity. And this brings us to a really crucial distinction here. It's not about losing your life. It's about trading it. You are actively, consciously exchanging the life you currently have for the one you want. This isn't a loss. It's a total and complete transformation. I mean, just look at these trade-offs. It's pretty stark. Comfort and spontaneity, they get traded for relentless discipline and rigor. A big, broad social circle, that gets exchanged for isolation and laser focus. Having lots of hobbies and interests gets swapped for singular purpose. And a balanced identity becomes one that is, let's be honest, obsessive. Because that's what it takes. It's not 80%. It's not even 99%. Greatness demands 100% of you. There's just no room left for the person you used to be. That person is the price of admission. So all of this brings us to the final and, honestly, the most important question in this whole analysis. We've laid out the cost in pretty brutal terms. Now we have to ask, Is it actually worth it? It really all comes down to this single, unavoidable truth. There are no half measures. There are no shortcuts, no discounts. The price of true, world-changing greatness is everything you are, all of you. And so, this is where we end. Because there is no right or wrong answer here. There is only a choice. Think of this not as a warning, but as a moment of clarity. The path isn't a mystery anymore. You know the price. The only question left is, are you willing to pay it?